What's going on, you guys? If you get the notification, not sure how much of this I may actually do tonight. I may go on tomorrow night and go live and look at more billing this, but we'll see who's up, who's out. If anybody's up and out and gets this notification, give it a second to see who's up. I know it's pretty late as far as Eastern and Central. It's 10 o'clock right now, or 10:04. So it's 9:04, 8:04, 7:04. Who knows what time it is overseas? So I'm not 100% sure of how much, if anything, I'm going to get started in this live build today. So what's going on? We got a couple people on here. CSLRC. We got Mike on here as well. What's going on, y'all? How is the picture quality on this? I may have to actually turn the light and stuff on. Enable flash. There we go. That may be a little bit better. And let me get rid of that. It's pretty good quality. Okay, I just turned the flash on too. Like I said before, I'm not sure how much I'm going to do in this build. I am been a long day. Just got in from the gym and stuff, so I figured I'd at least look at this. And I haven't been live in a while either, so I kind of wanted to. I knew it. The first thing is to do is to dip. So I kind of wanted to see how you guys were doing as well, and possibly maybe start this. I don't know. See what kind of questions you guys may have. What's going on, Dan? A couple other people are kind of joining in. Maybe we can just sit around and chat for a bit instead of me trying to go through this build and stuff here. Looking at a couple of things as well. I am excited to build this kit, guys. I'm just really drained a little bit lately because it's just been a long week. So, but the first thing to start, as you guys see here, is the front and rear differentials. So, and I think they're calling for 10,000 with this. I think the only oils I have available is some 50, and the lightest one I got is actually 30. Yeah. So the last one I got is 30 is Traxxas. So I may have to take a trip to the hobby shop tomorrow to look at that. So what's going on, Mike? Sorry, these comments aren't coming up. So, all right, appreciate that, CLSS. Pretty good quality. So while you guys are on here, what's new in the RC world for you guys while I'm trying to look at this and debating what I'm going to do, if I'm going to at least try to build a dip or something while we're live for just a bit. So RC Daniel says, what's a good budget on-road car for a BLX 4S motor? Ooh. Maybe a Fortec. Thus far, 10 scale cars for me, and this is just from my preference. I've had Fortex before. I got Fortex in there now. The best 10 scale that I've had thus far has actually been the Hobio semi truck. And they do still have them in stock at HRP and stuff. And Tiny Adventures, I believe, can get you some in as well. Now, I don't know if a big 8 scale motor will fit up in there, but I did see one. Now, I did see this on Facebook. I did see one of those Hobio semi trucks race a Limitless and beat it. Crazy, right? But I think if you're gonna go that route, your best bet may be something like a Fortec, but the prices kind of went up too, so we can talk about prices too. Because you don't want to go cheap if you're gonna put that 4S type motor. That's a 2400 kV, right? So Mike just started LLC to sell RC and auto performance parts. Cool, Mike. If you can, find me on Instagram. If you got Instagram, we can chat and I can showcase some of your products and items as well, and let the community know about it. So just find me on Instagram, or send me your website, your URL, and I can look at a couple things, and we can introduce some of your parts. Especially your RC parts to at least the subscribers on my channel, the RC World out there. I don't mind putting that out there for you as well. So feel free to reach out to me there. So Matthew just got his X-Maxx delivered yesterday. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one on batteries. Now, ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a good one. because there's several types of batteries and companies, of course, out there you can get. It's gonna depend right now on your budget. I just got some more of those Hoovu batteries, and you guys saw that my friend ran it in his limitless, and it went 126 miles per hour. Now, as far as the longevity of those, that still has yet to be tested. Even though they are cheap, you can get two 4S's for $86. You can see my video when a couple days ago when he ran that limitless at 126. You can get two 4S's for 86 bucks. Now, the longevity of those, I don't know, but it's a 5200 milliamp 100C, so that should be plenty for your X-Maxx, and I believe they should fit up in there. So, Christina just joined. How you doing? RCX, what's going on? Deep Voice 26. He recommends the Z pack, so those are excellent too. I mean, any of those packs are going to be more of your budgeted pack, and you want to get running, get started. Those are good. I've had one of my Z packs for about 7-8 months now, and it's been performing real good. So you can't go wrong with any of those. If you go to some of the higher batteries like the SMCs and stuff, you will see a difference in performance, especially on the C rating size. You get a lot more burst in it, but they are going to cost a lot more as well. So just consider that. And then you have the new Gen Ace bashing batteries too, but I think all their 4S's, the one I have is probably going to be too big for the X-Maxx. I did go ahead and order one of the 4S's to try to test that. So yeah, looks like you got your decision right there, Matthew. You can get a Z battery, you can get it from Amazon. You can probably get it tomorrow and be running tomorrow night, if late as Saturday. And the way Amazon delivers, they're not going to mess with you like UPS or FedEx. So, all right. So Deep Voice 26 has talked about putting, and some of you guys chime in here. He's talked about putting a 2400 kV motor to a budgeted 10 scale on-road car. And I kind of recommended the Fortec because it's going to be pretty sturdy. If you can find a good user, you might be able to on OfferUp or even on Facebook Marketplace or something. And you can do a lot with the Fortec too. So that's good. D-Voice says he's got those. I'm pretty sure you're talking about those Z batteries since Christmas, and his has been going well. So cool. Well, Mike, like I said, reach out to us and let us know, man. We're always looking to support and move forward with stuff. Just kind of see what you got out there too. So what's going on, William? Just wanted to show some love. First live stream. I appreciate you coming in, brother. No, I haven't been live in a while, and I said I was gonna start going live every week, and I just been drained, y'all. I mean, even right now, I'm supposed to start the build on this, and I don't know if this is gonna happen tonight. The first thing to do is gonna be the differentials. It's not complicated, but I gotta go in there and get some of these parts out and stuff. So I may continue this tomorrow night and get a little bit more rest and stuff, and I'll have a little bit more time as well, and we can at least get through the diff build, center diff, front and rear diffs. Looks like here we can get through a couple of these pages. Here, I'm surprised this thing is in color. Like, it's been a while since I've actually had a manual that's actually in color. This is actually a thick one too. So yeah, so we can probably get through up to page probably 15 or something tomorrow night when I go live, or at least get some of this together to where it looks like a buggy. So anyway, sorry I'm up here yapping. So Matthew says in Australia he can get two 4SZ battery 9000s for $237 on eBay. I'm not sure how. I mean, of course we're here in the States, so it's a little bit cheaper. So I say go for it. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Z batteries. I've never heard anything derogatory about those, so you'd probably be pretty good to go with that. So I appreciate that, Mike. So are there any kit racer builders out there? It's been a while since I've built anything, especially a 10 scale buggy. And I'm thinking about diff oil for this. So we have a local off-road track, and I'm thinking of diff oil for it. Probably maybe 7 in the rear, 7,000 in the rear, maybe 20, 30 in the center, and 10 in the front. So what's going on, Nitro Freak? We are actually just looking at this manual. I probably won't start a build today. I was thinking I was going to, but I'm a little bit tired right now. So I know I'm beating a dead horse on that, but I don't want to start something and half do it and miss parts and stuff like that. So we're just kind of generally chatting. It's been a while since I've been live anyway, so I wanted to make sure that I went live, said what's up to you guys, and seeing what's going on with you guys out there. See if y'all have any questions or just want to chat just in general. So. And the weather here in Georgia has been crazy. So, but I'm wondering what kind of diff oil I should start out with. I'm probably gonna. I think most of the diff oils I have are basically for 8 scales. I think I got some 7,000 upstairs. I think I do got some 7,000 upstairs in one of my cases. So I'll probably have to go that route. So D Voice, when you put that gearing on the X-Maxx, are you running the stock electronics? All right, Dan, I'm gonna consider that. 30 in the center, 10 in the front, and 7 in the rear. That's kind of what I was thinking. That should be pretty good for this. And what I'm gonna run in there is gonna be a Castle system. I have a Mamba Max Pro ESC. I think the motor may be a 3800 kV, or it may be their 4800. I got to see what's in there. And of course, I got to get a shorty pack for this as well, which I'll be looking at that. So. Now, me personally, when I've changed the gearing from my X-Maxx, it's still on stock gearing, believe it or not. Some people may or may not believe, but it's going about 44, 45 miles per hour, and I've had no problems. I've seen where people have geared up and they've had issues with the electronics. I think it's too much of a load on them, but I don't know if that 2050 gearing is with the stock electronics, and have you had any issues with it? Yeah, get a Max 6 or a Max 5. Can't go wrong with that. I saw some Max 5s for $159 on Amazon and some Max 6s for $200. Might want to get them for these prices start increasing. Let's see. These are all from the C bag. I just don't know if I want to go in and do this just yet, y'all. I'm going to look through some of this. I may start. I don't know. I am just looking at a couple of things here. So. So definitely would need this bag here. I don't know what you guys think. I'll leave it up to user discretion. I really kind of want to go ahead and get these shocks out the way, but I was advised to, of course, go in order. Sometimes I get these kits and I kind of go back and forth with some of this stuff. So I thought the shocks were completely built, but they are actually not. So usually the shocks are some of the most complicated parts of building a kit. Yes, a deep voice says he has a Max 6 in his. Yeah, one of my boys has got a Max 5 in his, and he's got mod 1.5 gears on it. Crazy. I think his is 65, 70 miles per hour, and it's still got room for a lot more. So it is definitely a beast. If you guys are just joining, we're talking about an X-Maxx. Well, that's not too bad. It's funny how those prices fluctuate, but I know it's also the value of the dollar to your currency as well over there in Australia. I'm just simply filling with bags. I'm not even doing anything. So in other words, I probably won't start this build tonight. Because I already know this is going to go if I start it. Have stuff everywhere. And once you start, for me, I won't finish. It'll be 6 o'clock in the morning. Be working 6 to 8 hours straight through getting this built up. Steve said he upgraded his motor to the Hobby Wing 1100. Oh. Yeah, that 1100 motor, that's what I have in my Outcast 8S right now. And it's actually performing a lot better than I thought it would. I got the Spectrum version of it. You guys may have saw that build that I did a while back, and that is actually proved to be very well. Well, I tell you, Team Karate does give you the parts in here, and they do separate it out nice. At least I ain't got to cut stuff off of trees and stuff. I'm kind of used to that with some of the Tamaya kits. So why I got you, for you guys on here, as far as my videos go, do you guys like more of the BMX track, off-road jumping, bashing, or what do y'all want to see more of? I kind of like the speed runs too, though. When we go out there and we be racing, I need to get more of that on the film because we have been doing some crashes. I do got a couple more I gotta post out there where we were kind of racing and stuff. So we're gonna try to do some monster truck racing this weekend if the weather holds up. It's been raining on and off, so I'm gonna try to get a couple guys out there to the BMX track and we can kind of run some laps out there if we can get it free. Sometimes we go out there and it's kind of packed and our kids are just out there trying to have fun. We don't want to drive those 20+ mile trucks 40-50 miles per hour and hit a kid. So all right, that's 2 votes. That's 3 votes for the BMX. So I'll have to get out there this weekend. You need them both. Yeah, I'll try to get more of those out there. It's just Georgia's not the areas I live in is not the best for RC car running. So I try to find some of the places, and that BMX track is like 40 miles one way from where I live. There's a construction site. I went over there, and some guy, I don't know what nationality was, came out and yelled at me in his language. So I had to leave. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know if he was cussing or what, but, he looked at me, put his hand on his hip, started saying stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm going. He could have said, hey, I want to drive your car, and then he looked at me, and he kind of put his hands up in the air, and I was like, I don't know what you were saying, so. What's up, paintballer? Appreciate you joining in. Ben said he wants to see some quick steering road course too. Yeah, it's been difficult to get some of the guys together to do that. I mean, it's cool for me to go out there and set some cones up and run it, but it's kind of better when you got 1 or 2 people running with you. And everybody's kind of been so busy. I'm going to try to get George RC out there. He recently got his Serpent back running. I saw him doing a video on Instagram, so I'm going to try to get him out this weekend. Maybe we can do some laps or something like that. I got to get that Corvette to hook up, though, because he's going to whoop my tail up and down the street the way that Corvette's set up. Because his car turns on a dime. And mine turns on a couple $100 bills folded together. Okay, run the big cars on road. That's what Ethan was saying. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes I just get out and I have a couple minutes and I just run the cars. And then I said, well, let me go ahead and film. And sometimes it'll just be on road real quick and you still get complaints. So it's kind of funny how that goes about. But I really do want to upgrade my X-Maxx a little bit, get a little bit more speed out of it. If I can get about 50 miles per hour without doing a lot to it, I think I'll be good. So I think I may change out that speed controller. I may just put a max 6 in there. I think if you do a max 5, you gotta do a lot of modification. So I may just put a max 6 up in there. So I know we're supposed to be talking about this build, but if you guys are just now joining, I probably will not do this build today. I'm pretty worn out, and I don't want to half do it. The first thing to actually do start up in here is going to be the differential. So next time I go live, I'll probably do that. I'll probably start doing some videos where it's just sped up to where I'm going through and doing this build and stuff for it. All right, GSL, appreciate you coming in. Michael wants to know my thoughts on the Super Baja Ray 2.0. I almost got one. I was looking at it the other day on Horizon's site, and I almost ordered it. I mean, I was like really close to ordering it. That or Tower Hobbies. The only reason why I didn't because I wanted to get the Outcast 8S. So it's still kind of on my list to get. It may not be for, I don't know, another month or so, but I still think about getting. I know the price increase. I don't know if you guys know about these price increase, but it went from $8.99 to $9.69. So, Marcy, down if you're talking about the new motor I'm going to put in this or the X-Maxx. Here I got a Castle system. I think it's a 3800 kV motor. I may just throw up in here and then just kind of gear it pretty good and conservatively for the track. And I still have to think about tires because this does not come with tires either. So it's going to depend on where I run it at and what kind of tires I put on here. These are 12 millimeter hexes though, so I got a couple of thoughts of ideas I'm going to put on here, but we'll see. Now for my X-Maxx build, I probably will just stay with the stock motor and change out the speed controller and see how that rolls. May put that speed controller in my Traxxas Max. So yeah, I think everybody went up in price. The only thing I didn't see go up, and it could change tomorrow, but as of this particular video or as of earlier today, was the low C Tenacity series. I did see the Tenacity DB and the short course truck to still be $429, and I thought about getting the short course truck because I kind of want to do a short course truck shootout between that Tenacity, the Centon, and then also the Ultimate Slash. As well, I don't have the brand new V3 Centon, so I'd have to look at getting that. But I'm thinking about doing a shootout between those. I think that'd be a pretty cool video. So Sword of Omen says, hey, can I run a 21-tooth pinion in a stock Typhon 3S without the ESC upgrade? Mine comes in the morning. Well, it comes with a 15 stock in the box. My recommendation is if you want to get some decent speed on and off road and really not overheated, is to go to about a 17. I wouldn't go any higher than a 17. Now, if you're going to run it on road for speed runs, you're going to be fine for that 21 tooth. Just check your temperatures. But a 21 tooth is pretty high, so I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish by gearing up. Are you just trying to do a quick speed pass or not? Dan says it works great on with a 20 tooth. Have you had any heating problems? I know with the previous version, when I geared up to a 20 tooth, the version 2, I did have heat problems. Now the V3, I haven't done that yet. I think I went to about a 17, and then I went back to a 15 tooth, and then I changed out the ESC, and I put a 4S ESC, and I ran on with the stock gearing and stuff, and it actually ran well. You can search my archive and find that video. So it actually ran pretty good like that. Yeah, RC Daniel, I think the rain has got me drained with rain and work and business and training, and I'm just kind of burned out. I think if I start this, I'm going to half do it, and I really don't want to half build this kit or do a bad job on building it, because I think it's going to be a pretty fun build. I may not even go live when I start. I may just start some stuff on it and then go live periodically. But it definitely is a good time to build a kit, though, so. So if you're just doing speed, I would try it. Well, if you got a 21 tooth, use it, but I would say a 20 because you know that motor shaft is a bigger motor shaft. It's a 5 millimeter motor shaft. So I don't know where you would get the 21 tooth from unless you got one. But just also remember that that motor shaft on that motor is a 5 millimeter shaft. Okay. If you got a 16, like I said, for me, the sweet spot was a 17. The 15 out the box is fine, but the most speed I could get out that car out the box was 50 miles per hour. Now, out of the whole series, out of the whole 3S series, the Typhon does handle the best. It really does. The fastest one right now is going to be the Vortex. The Vortex is going to be the fastest of all 5 of the cars. What is it? The Granite, Big Rock, Typhon, Vortex, and the Sentin. So the Vortex is the fastest, but the Typhon handles the best. So yeah, try the 17. I think you'll be happy with the 17. I'd run on a 15, see how it is. Check your temps, check your runtime, and then go to that 17. Because the 17 for me was a sweet spot. And when I ran that in there, it didn't even have the fan over the heatsink. So RC Daniel said, I wonder what Armor Force lineup price is going to go up to next. I don't know. I mean, they were supposed to release them, I think, earlier this year. I saw it on Tower Hobbies and Horizon. I think Tower Hobbies had it spring of 2021 last year, and then it didn't get released. So I'm not sure. Of course, they were $399 before. So if they did any upgrades to them, which I'm pretty sure they did, the price is going to go up from that point. But now with this whole price increase, I don't know what it's going to be. It'd be cool if they put some lights on those things, all right? Yeah, Michael, and I do apologize. I mean, I haven't been making time. That's what it's been boiling to. I haven't allocated time to go live, but I'm gonna try to go live at least once a week. Try to designate a day to and not go so late in the night. But I'll try to go live a little bit more, and I'll have more to talk about when I go live, and do it a little bit better. But right now, I was just trying to get a live video. I thought I was gonna start this build until I opened this up, and then my energy just went down. So. So if I'm gonna say 17 crew for off-road too. Yeah, I would just like I said, I would check your temps just a little bit when you go up to that 17. Just keep an eye on your temperatures because it's gonna depend on how hard you run it as well when you go off-road. I mean, if you're in thick grass and stuff, of course, it's gonna cause more strain and stuff. So I would just say just check your temps as you're running, especially since you're getting it new tomorrow. Make sure things are tight. I mean, like the wheel nuts and stuff are tight on there, and I would say check your gear mesh if you want to. You can just turn the tires. You can just put it on the ground and just roll it back and forth. If it sounds like it's too tight, it probably is, and you want to check that. I didn't have to with my V4 Typhon, but a couple of the other 3S models, I did have to go in and just check the gear mesh for it and make a slight adjustment because they no longer come with those predefined holes in the motor mount. So just consider that when you get it, just roll it around. If it runs pretty smooth, then you should be good. I'm thinking about reconverting my Slash to a buggy. I don't know if you guys want to see that. I did that a while back, and I may do it again. Of course, I converted to a Slash Max, but I'm thinking about converting it back to a buggy, and that's something I kind of want to do some videos on as well. Is go back to some of the conversions I used to do. I actually, since you guys are on, there's like 20, 21 people on. I was actually going to work on my Mojave MT. So the body I was going to use for this conversion is going to be the Hobio Hyper M plus 2 body, which is a 7-scale monster truck, and I love the way that body looks. And I was going to put that on the Mojave, get some half offset 8-scale monster truck tires, and we'll do a conversion from that point. So I still may think about doing it. All right. but I still might think about doing it at some point. So the dancers, if you ever get the bash bug, check out RC Mad Labs on eBay. Okay, I'm not sure what he sells. We'll have to give him a check. I'll check him out. Steering link, which page 42. Yeah, this is gonna require me to be more awake. It is a beautiful, detailed instruction book, though, so I give Team Corrali all props on that. Fully colored and everything. So it says slipper assembly. I thought this came with a center diff as well. I know there was something unique about this when I was talking to some people. I'll have to take a look back at this and see. Sure. Let us know, Sword, how much or how that actually turns out. You know, put it in the comments of a recent video I post up or something. I'm curious to see your thoughts on it. I'd run it with that 15. You know, get out and run it. Enjoy it first. Enjoy it as it is, and then, you know, get some speed on a little bit later on. I mean, that's just my opinion. Just get out and kind of run it stock out the box. Kind of enjoy it. You know, and then, you know, check your temperatures and speeds on, and then you can always go back because you can always make any car fast. But with that speed, sometimes comes a price too. So, oh dang. So RC Daniel says, speaking of Mojave, I just bought a new Hobby Wing Max 8. Oh, and it went out after 3 runs. Dang. Yeah, I'd be contacting him right away. So do y'all have any questions for me? I'm actually gonna probably end this in just a few minutes, but I appreciate you guys joining live. I know it was kind of last minute, last second, but and it's late at night too, and I know it's a school night. Most kids are back in school, and I hear some thundering over here too. But you know, any questions for me that you guys may have? I know people want to see a collection video. I probably would sometime. I got stuff kind of everywhere in storage, some here, blah, blah, blah. Some friends got some cars. Some friends want to borrow some cars. So it's kind of hard for me to do that all in one collection video. Like if I showed y'all the cars I got here, you'd be like, that's it? 6 cars? Yeah, that's it. 6 cars. No. So that is an interesting question. So sort of almost we'll probably talk about this unless anything else comes up. And this is an interesting thing. So he asked about the metal spur gear for the 3S series. Now it's $75 if you buy it completely built together, and then the plastic one is $50. Now you can buy the metal spur gear probably separate. I think it's gonna cost you about 30, $40. But in my opinion, that's a lot for it. I would just make sure that your motor and everything is in there real tight so that when you're doing jumping and stuff, that the motor won't slip and eat that spur gear up. I mean, that's kind of expensive. For that, I think that metal spur gear belongs in the 4S models. For the 3S models, unless you're gonna make it into a speed car, probably so. But cool. Matt said he just ordered those Z lipos. Cool, man. You'll be happy with them. Whether you got the Z, the Hovo, SMC, Gens Ace, you know, as long as you get your car running, man, that's what we want. And I think you'll be happy with those Z lipos. I've heard nothing but good about them. I purchased 6S, and I've been pretty happy with it. So, yeah, Dan just, he confirmed what I just said. Plastic works fine. Just set the mesh with a piece of, yep. Like I said, I just think that, you know, the metal spur gear, unless you're doing a lot of, you know, just interesting stuff with it, I think you're fine with the plastic. Just check your gear mesh, make sure it's fine. Buy an extra spur gear because you probably need it. Because Cause ain't nothing like driving. All of a sudden, you know, it slips and all that. So, oh, RC Dan, you remember that? Yeah, that was years ago. Um, that was years ago. I'm gonna start probably trying to do some giveaways and stuff as well. I just need to sit down and start allocating time for this. And it may associate with my Instagram account as well. I don't know, or I may just have people send stuff into a PO box. Um, and we'll do random selections for that as well. And I'll figure out what I'm gonna start trying to give away. It may start off with some JTRC T-shirts or mugs, and then go from there. So yeah, I pretty much got a hobby shop, and wherever you go. Ethan says a 1/5 scale videos, please. Okay. I just put, well, no, that was a 6S Outcast I did today, but I did the 8S the other day. I did a couple of jumping videos with it. I was trying to wait to see if I got the Losi Super Baja Ray before I started doing another 5th scale video, but I may do another one real quick with that. So, well, guys, I'm probably going to end this so I can go in here, get some food, and chillax, do my thing, and go from there. So, sorry I didn't start this build. I probably will soon. Really detailed and good instructions on here. Easy to follow whether you're a beginner, novice, or intermediate. It's pretty much straightforward. You just got to be able to take your time, allocate time to do this build. So I think I'll start on this really soon. I may start tomorrow, may go live tomorrow, may do something else, but I'm going to try to start going live again soon, maybe on a Thursday or something like that, or on a Wednesday. I haven't decided, but I'll probably try to go live about 9 o'clock or so, just so we can start having one day out the week where we go live and chatting about stuff and bringing some cars in and talking about stuff in general. So real quick, Michael said the best 1/5 scale is X-Maxx. My worst is my Rampage. Oh yeah. Yeah, and there's so much debate about the X-Maxx, the Creighton, the Outcast, what's the best. You know, it comes down to user preference. I like all three of them. I really do, for their own preferences and stuff. You know, one may handle better than the other. One may be more durable. One may be, you know, more for technical people, et cetera, et cetera. So I like all three of them. I do drive because it's the brand newest one I got is the Outcast 8S more. I love the way that thing looks and handles. So, but it does have monster of a system in there, so I have to match that with my X-Maxx and get those two out one day. So, yeah, that Losi's pretty big. I mean, I'll look at probably getting one soon because I do kind of want to add one to the collection pretty soon. But I think the first thing to do is try to get this built, get this up, get this running. It's not going to be too complicated once I get started. So, well, y'all, I appreciate you guys joining. I'm going to go ahead and log out of here. It's getting pretty late here, about 10:45 or so. And we'll try to go, I'll try to go live a little bit more and talk about some more stuff as well. So, appreciate you guys joining. What's going on, Ben? Appreciate you guys joining. I'm going to be out of here, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Thanks for watching.